It's time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger basketball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now, Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Well, welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. Coach, the Salem Tigers had a forfeit on Tuesday of last week before the Thanksgiving break. 4 basketball games off of the price of 1. That's a pretty good deal. But the way that final game went with the boys, again, taking licking in overtime before falling in the Cat Classic after our Lady Tigers fell. Coach, I think everybody got their money's worth in that game against the Licking Wildcats.
Yeah, we were the nightcap. Our JV ended up having a big win earlier in the night, and then the boys' game was really exciting. Just a great atmosphere, just so many people, so many fans, and just a loud gym, and it was exciting basketball. Both teams shot the ball well. Back and forth game. Just came up short in overtime, but happy with the way we fought back and competed all night.
You knew Ralston Stockard was going to be a big part of their game. I think it was a little bit bigger part of their game than I think any of us expected. But really good efforts, though, by Lincoln Thomas and Braden Gaps. They led you guys in scoring, and both of them looked to be very much in control throughout the entire night.
Yeah, Licking, they always have a talented team, and I think they have about 6 seniors and just guys that can shoot it and score. And so we knew a little bit about them coming into the year. That being their first game, we weren't really sure how they would come out, but man, they were guns blazing, hitting shots, and even inside shots, outside shots. They shot the ball very well Tuesday night.
And when you have a guy like Stockard, who's very comfortable shooting not just beyond the three-point arc, but also beyond the NBA three-point mark, which we don't have on our floors. But when you have somebody get 6 or 7 three-pointers in a game, they're feeling it, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, and I felt like, we had contested most of those shots. He got a couple easy looks early on, but we made adjustments. But, man, he knocked him down, and, you kind of just tipped your cap to him. He just had, the night of his life. But it was an exciting game, good environment, good test for our kids. We're a young team, so that was a great challenge for our first home game. And
then you turn around and to see the good shooting of Lincoln Thomas, and I think I had him for 5 threes, and Braden Gaps, he lit it up, I think, with 4 or 5 threes himself. So the Tigers were, I'd say, responding to the Licking Wildcats, but the big thing in the game, we got the loss in overtime, but we were down 10 points in that fourth quarter. Coach, those kids did not quit on Salem, battled back, got it tied, and took it into overtime. And, Coach, that's a character builder. Even if we go nowhere else in that Licking game, the game now moving forward the rest of the year, now you have something to fall back on.
Yes. It was a tough loss. Our kids go into every game thinking we're going to win and expect to win. And a few turnovers early, just a few jitters with the big crowd. We had some turnovers, and Licking got out to a lead. We fought back before halftime, got it back down to 2. And then third quarter, they hit some shots. We had some mistakes, and they got it to 10. But we fought back. We never quit, learned from some of those mistakes, and we got better as the game went on. Like we mentioned, we had a little lead there in overtime. Just came down to a few plays, and just one shot at the end won it for them.
And you just have to give credit. Stockard was on, and I'll tell you what, he makes it look easy, doesn't he, Coach?
Yeah, he has a good shot. Our guards played really well and, defended them well. We hit some shots, just a little bit more scoring from our big guys and just clean up a few mistakes, turnovers, and against the press. And, it's a totally different outcome. And so with a young team like this, we got to realize, big picture, we came up short, but overall played a solid basketball game.
And, the game got a little bit physical with the Licking 3 big boys down there, Ritz, Wade, and Cook. But Tigers being a younger team and maybe not quite as stocky as them, they held their own, Coach. And I was very proud of the kids, the way they played and battled those big guys down low, because they definitely had the size on Salem.
Yeah, that's very true. These first couple games, Dixon and Licking and even Owensville tonight, they got size on us, and our boys have battled and really stepped up, and so we're really proud of our big guys inside. Their presence has been known.
Well, as you mentioned, tonight we're going to take on the Owensville Dutchmen, another home game, and it's good to be back at home after that solid effort. But the Dutchmen are not going to lay down. Last year, we kind of went up there, laid a bit of an egg. The Tigers are wanting to make up for that game, aren't you?
Yeah. It's a totally different team this year. Owensville, they're always very physical, very strong, rely on their defense and rebounding. So we got to really bring it in this one. They're very well coached. They had a big win Tuesday night against Fatima. Fatima, a very, very good team. So we're excited for a home crowd and another challenge for us.
And the Tigers are getting a little bit more comfortable with each other. They looked a lot more at ease, I think, in the game against Licking than they did Dixon. They were trying to force a few things at Dixon. I thought they really communicated pretty well on the floor, Coach, and that's what you'd want to see continue tonight against Owensville.
Yes. Getting a few more practices in and just more time learning and working on some things is big for us. This week we've had a good week of practice. Been hitting it hard, competing, and we're really looking forward to this game tonight.
All right, Coach, the best of luck tonight. Try for that first win against the Owensville Dutchmen. Good luck, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger basketball. It is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Jared Patterson, brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball is next.
Welcome to Salem, Missouri, where the charm of the past meets the beauty of the Ozarks. At United Country Real Estate, we're proud to serve the heart of southern Missouri, connecting buyers and sellers across Dent, Phelps, Texas, and surrounding counties. Whether you're looking for a country home, historic property, or recreational land, our local experts live the lifestyle they sell. Contact us today at 573-729-3148 and discover the perfect place to live, work, and play with United Country Real Estate in Salem, Missouri.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Welcome to this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger basketball. Today's game is brought to you by Town and Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Your World Today, Town Screen, New Life Auto, Salem License Bureau, Legends Automotive, Moe's Cleaning Service, LLC, On the Spot Auto Glass, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, American Family Insurance, United Country Real Estate, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, Ozark Overhead Door, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, and Discount Bins. And now, get ready for Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO.
So both teams ready to go in this one, as we mentioned in Tiger Talk. This is kind of a key game for the Salem Tigers. They need to get that first win, and they're going to take on a very good Owensville Dutchman team that just beat Fatima last week, and we know Fatima is a very, very good team, and they beat them at Owensville, so that is a good win for them. We're getting ready for our national anthem. Let's take a 90-second break and come back. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins gets truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day. Your World Today, the only daily news flyer in Dent County, available in over 40 locations in Salem and Bunker, as well as online at ksmoradio.com. Be sure to thank these sponsors for bringing you Salem Tiger Sports and community events.
Welcome back, Salem High School Gymnasium. I want to thank the ladies at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon for sponsoring our Tiger Talks. See Alicia, Candy, or Katie. There is some construction work down there, so be very careful when you are going by 101 West 4th Street downtown. I also want to thank our friends at United Country Salem Realty for sponsoring our intro. We always appreciate that. And Bad Bad Wells, the broker owner, 729-3148, or stop by 605 South Main Street. We always appreciate our friends at United Country Salem Realty. And we hope that you enjoy the contest tonight here on KSMO Media, whether you're listening by it on radio or on video streaming. We do appreciate you being along. Now, if you are video streaming with us, you will see at the bottom of your screen showing up in a moment a score bug. And that's brought to you by Ozark Overhead Door. They sponsor our score bug. Zane and his entire staff do a tremendous job. You need a garage door, need it installed, repaired, or you just need a little bit of preventive maintenance done for the winter, give them a call, 314-243-9341. And our instant replays that you'll see throughout the game are brought to you by your friends at Hubs Tire Center. They've been sponsoring it now for quite some time. A 3-generation family-owned business in Salem at 801 South Main, across the street from the radio station. It's Hubs Tire Center bringing you our instant replay, doing tire needs, state inspections, auto repair, and so much more. And now introducing our Salem Tigers. Let's go ahead and do that right now on KSMO Media.
Lincoln Thomas, Jr. Braden Gaps, Jr.
Roy Stevens, Sr.
Gavin Sapal, Jr. Luke Pryor, Sophomore.
You'll see the other starters coming out for the Salem Tigers. Lincoln Thomas comes out. He had a fantastic game against Licking, getting into 20 points again. He's done that in both of the Tiger games this year, as has Braden Gaps. They have been the two leading point getters for the Salem Tigers early on this year. And the Tigers will need a little bit more balanced scoring and get some of that out of the senior, Roy Stevens, who they're looking for big things from. Let's hope that they can get that here very shortly and get back on track. So the starters for Owensville will be Brady Watson, Keegan Glazer, Chase Crosby, Jansen Loeb, and Eli Graham. For the Salem Tigers, Lincoln Thomas, Luke Pryor, Roy Stevens, Braden Gapsch, and Gavin Sapal. That's our starters for the game tonight. If you're watching on the video stream, the Salem Tigers are in their white with the blue, navy blue numbers, and the Owensville Dutchmen in the black jerseys and pants shorts with the orange trim and stripe on the side. Start of our game brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader agent. Willie can assist you with auto, home, life, business, and other insurance needs. Give them a call, 729-4941, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Graham against Sapal. Sapal gets it back to Stevens. We're underway of this second home game of the season for the Salem Tigers after an overtime loss to Licking. They look to try and get that first win of the year. Here's Luke Pryor, top of the key, driving in all the way down, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound comes down into the hands of Owensville. Pulling up is Crosby. Chase Crosby getting that ball off to Glazer. Keegan Glazer over to Watson, back to Glazer. Glazer back to Watson, out beyond the three-point line, down low, all alone, and putting it up and in is Eli Graham, and he draws the foul. Graham took that hard pass on that low post, turned around, banked it home, gives Owensville the lead. The foul called on Gavin Sapal. And Graham will try the old-fashioned three-point play, and he gets it. Just underway here, so you do not take this Owensville team lightly. Here's Thomas. Lincoln barking out signals to Stevens, goes back on top to Pryor, goes left side to Stevens, trying to drive all the way down, pulls up, looking for some help, kicks it outside to Thomas. Top of the key, starts to drive in, gets cut off, goes back to Gapsh. Gapsh, top of the key now, trying to drive in. He's cut off. As Owensville throwing a line of defense right against basically the free throw line. Trying to prevent the Tigers from driving in. Here's Thomas. He starts his penetration. Pulls back up as he gets checked off by Crosby. Back to Gapsh for a three. It's no good. Sapal with a rebound. Puts it back up and in. Sapal out-muscled the man down the post. Comes down with that rebound and puts it home. Here's Crosby trying to drive in. He gets cut off. Kicks it back to Glazer. Down to Graham. Out on top. DeLobe in the corner. His three-pointer's up and off the iron. No good. Tipped and brought down by Crosby. Crosby kicks it back out. Three up and off the iron again by Glazer. This time brought down by Gapsh. Tigers the other way, down by a point. Here's Thomas. Man-to-man coverage right now by Owensville. Bounce pass over to Stevens. Stevens on top, Pryor. Pryor drives in, lays it up and in. Luke Pryor with a good drive. Using his left hand, he drives it home. 4-3 Salem Tigers. Here's Watson getting it to Crosby, back to Watson. Left wing in front of the Tiger bench was Glazer. Now back on top. It goes number 34, Jansen Loeb. Getting it to Watson. Watson in front of the Salem bench. Back to Loeb. All the way across the floor. There's Glazer. His three will not go. And a foul's going to be called after Gapsh went up for the rebound. I believe on Jansen Loeb. And that'll be the first foul, I should say, on Owensville. Second foul of the game. But the first foul on Owensville. And that is on Eli Graham, not on Loeb. With it is Gapsh. Gapsh goes in the corner to Pryor, trying to drive down, and they'll call a charge on Luke Pryor as he went over top of Eli Graham. Luke dropped the shoulder. When you drop the shoulder and hit a guy in the chest, you're going to get a charge. There's just no way around it. If you can angle your body and go around, it makes them angle their body and will draw the foul. But when you just drop your shoulder and want to run them over, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do you justice. All the way down, laying that one up and in is Eli Graham on a nice pass. Good bounce pass there by Loeb. 5-4 Owensville. Thomas between the circles for Salem. Puts it right side to Gapsh. Gapsh trying to get that down low to Sapal. Ball stolen away by Owensville. First turnover of the game to the Salem Tigers. Here's Crosby trying to drive down low. Takes it to the hole. Banks it in. Chase Crosby gives Owensville a 7-4 lead. Thomas has it between the circles. Bounce pass over to Pryor. Pryor at that high post. Kicks it out to Stevens. Stevens starts driving down. He does. He puts the shot up and in. Good to see Roy drive that way down. Finding himself a little opening. Crosby out near center court now for Owensville. Getting it on top. Driving in is Glazer. Glazer has that shot either blocked by Pryor or he just lost it. Thomas comes back with it on the steal. Thomas outside to Pryor to Stevens. Stevens out to Gapsh, who slows it down. Starts to drive in outside to Thomas, open for the three, takes it, no good. And then bringing it down was Stevens trying to keep it alive, and he did. Stevens got that rebound and banked it off of the Owensville player to keep it alive. Brody Ray checks in for Roy Stevens. Inbound pass to Gapsh, outside it goes to Pryor. Pryor with the free throw line, his jumper short, comes down in the hands of Crosby. Pass across, it goes to Glazer. Glazer top of the key, gives it back to Crosby beyond three. Back to Glazer, left side pass to Watson. Gapsh right with him. Pass tipped away, stolen by the Salem Tigers. Luke Pryor had that one to Gapsh all the way down. A shot blocked away though as he tried to scoop it up. Nice job by Watson. A long three put up no good there by Watson, brought down by Thomas. 7-6 our score with Owensville on top. Not much stoppage of play here. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go, first quarter. A handoff to Brody Ray. Ray trying to dance his way in, scoops it up, but he's going to draw the foul on Owensville. Inbound comes out to Gaps. Now to Ray. Inside it goes to Pryor. Outside of Ray. Brody's shot is up off the rim. No good. And Sapah can't get that rebound as it's brought under control by Owensville to kick it out to Crosby. Crosby goes to the corner. The shot up and good for three by Jansen Lowe. 10-6, Owensville on top. Thomas with Salem Tigers goes underneath inside to Sapah, and he has that shot blocked away by Chase Crosby, and back comes Owensville the other way. Here's Loeb underneath the basket, flips it across, nothing there. Thomas has the rebound, brings it the other way for Salem. Thomas on top. Brody Ray will walk with the ball. A little bit too anxious. Saw the opening, didn't put the ball on the floor. (10-6) Owensville. 2:07 to go, first quarter. Logan Valley checks in for Owensville. They go outside the Loeb. Also coming in with Brandon Graham. In the corner, 3 up and 2 short, brought down and controlled by Loeb. Loeb kicks it on outside to Noah Caldwell. Caldwell across the Glazer. Back to Caldwell between the circles. Back to Glazer in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Will not go. Pryor with that rebound. Getting it off to Thomas. Lincoln with a minute and a half. Stops, goes on to Sapah. Sapah trying to drive down. Can't, goes to Gaps. Gaps back to Lincoln. Thomas again man-to-man coverage by Owensville. Thomas out near center court. Starts a little move. Comes down, kicks it outside to Pryor. Pryor down off the glass. Count the basket. And he draws the foul on Brandon Graham. Pryor gets his second basket of the year. And Pryor will go to the line to shoot the free throw. It's good. 10-9 our score with 1:12 to go, first quarter. Owensville has the lead. They are dressed in the orange and black here tonight. With the ball right now, Glazer. Keegan, bounce pass in the corner. They try and get down low on that low post. They do to Valley. Valley, though, trying to kick it out. Had that ball stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Here they come back the other way. Ray kicks it out to Gaps. Open for the three. He's got it. Gaps from the right corner. Buries that one, and Salem has their first lead of the game, 12-10. Pass goes down low to Brandon Graham. Graham on the baseline. Kicks into the paint to Loeb. His jumper will not go. And another rebound by Pryor. Tipping that ball down to Brody Ray, who has the ball near center court to Thomas. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Thomas trying to stay away from Loeb. Down to 15. Pulls it back. Thomas looking outside, goes inside to Sapah, flips it up, no good. Brought down by Graham with 3 seconds left. Lost the ball, almost lost the ball. Ball's just on the floor. And we've played 1 quarter of play. It's the Salem Tigers 12, and it is the Owensville Dutchmen 10. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come right back. It's Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Mo's Cleaning Service, LLC, the only cleaning service you'll ever need. Give them a call at 573-201-0430 and get Mo for your money.
Like to thank our sponsors making it possible for us to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and our parade tomorrow. Don't forget, 6 o'clock, the Salem Parade, the Area Chamber of Commerce and City of Salem Parade of Lights will get underway, and we'll be bringing it to you about 6:15 or so right here on KSMO Media. We'll be video streaming that for you at that parade with our great sponsors like Mo's Cleaning Service with Melissa Callahan. Mo gives you more for your money. Give Melissa a call, 573-201-0430, Mo's Cleaning Service. Owensville has the inbound. They have the ball with Watson in charge. Between the circles, right side pass to Glazer. Goes down the corner to Crosby. Back on top to Loeb to Watson. Back on the baseline. All the way back across to Crosby. Beyond three. Now on top to Glazer. Pass goes in the corner to Watson. Watson getting double teamed. Giving it off to Graham. They go back to Loeb for the three. It will not go. Ball's tipped up and brought down and controlled by Owensville underneath the basket. Baby hook goes down on the baby hook by Graham. 12-12 our score, just underway here in the second quarter. Thomas for Salem in the white jerseys, trimmed in the navy blue to Pryor. Luke starts his way down, gets fouled, and his foul's going to be on the floor. Colin Van Leer, former Missouri Tiger basketball player, the coach of Owensville, and his father helps out as an assistant coach. Played at Pacific, if you remember that far back. Salem only played one time at Pacific, and they came here one time as well. So, Colin Van Leer, former college basketball player, now coaching here in high school. As Thomas tries to get the pass across to Gaps, it's kind of drop kicked by Chase Crosby out of bounds. Crosby will check out, get a break. Pass goes across to Ray. Brody on top to Pryor. Pryor right at the top of the key, left side to Gap. Shot beyond three on top Brody. Brody Ray looking inside, nobody there. Dan and Barry checked in that last timeout. Gaps goes all the way around the circle, turn around, put the three up, and he hits. Second three of the game for the Salem Tigers. They lead it by three now, 15-12. Pass on top, Watson. Brady kicks it right side to Loeb. Back to Watson. Watson left side to Caldwell. Caldwell down on that low post, down to Graham, kicking it back out on top to Watson. Between the circles to Loeb, all the way around the corner to Caldwell again. This time in the right corner. Caldwell trying to fire it out, stolen away by the Salem Tigers. That's their fourth steal. Getting it down to Gap. She couldn't get it to go, but Thomas follows up with a rebound and his first basket of the night. Tigers have 4 steals in this game, 2 turnovers. And Owensville has 4 turnovers, all those steals by the Salem Tigers. Here's back, it goes to Caldwell beyond 3. Out on top, Glazer starts his move in, out to Loeb. Quick 3 is too hard. Thomas has on the backside, bringing it down, getting it off to Brody Ray. 5.5 to go in the half. Ray between the circles. Standing out there, backs up to the Tiger insignia at center court. Now drives in between the defense and scores. Brody Ray just took a little trip right through the Owensville defense. What good vision. Ball goes outside to Loeb for the 3. It's off the rim. Brought down and controlled underneath by Graham, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Salem. I think the officials are going to talk about it. That could have been a jump ball. Graham brought it down. I believe they're going to call the foul on Salem, and they are. Crowd doesn't like it. It's on Brody Ray. Really looked like it was a tied up ball, but that's not the way the officials saw it. And they're right there on the floor, so have to go with their idea. Trying to inbound there was Glazier, and he throws the ball out of bounds. As it looked like Loeb, who was supposed to be there, moved up the three-point line. Pass went into the crowd. Turnover number 5 for Owensville. 19-12 our score with Salem on top. 5 minutes to go in the half. Thomas spins away, handing the ball off. Thought he was going to hand it off to Ray, but did not. Now to Pryor. His long shot off the iron straight up in the air and brought down by Watson. And Watson had that ball go off of Lincoln Thomas as he was guarding him. Goes out of bounds. Tigers going to make a couple of changes here. Sapon, Ragsdale come in, and Pryor and Berry will check out. Salem stays in a half-court defense. Coming up with the ball is Glazer. Getting the ball to Watson, back to Glazer. Glazer out near center court between the circles. Right side pass to Watson. Watson in the corner to Loeb. Loeb trying to get it back outside. Does now to Glazer. To Watson on the perimeter. Down across, down low, putting a shot up. Missing that one was Graham. He got his own rebound and banks it home. He also draws the foul. Foul called on Ragsdale. Graham's free throw is no good. It's tipped out and Graham brings it down. Graham out to Watson. Across it goes to Loeb. 19-14 our score. In the corner with it now is Brandon Graham. Out on top to go down underneath. And a reverse layup put up by Eli. Graham won't go, and Ragsdale brings down that rebound. Down to Ray. Ray all the way down, scoops it up and in. Little spin on that scoop. Ball hit the backboard and spun off the rim and down. 21-14 our score. Salem on top. 3:40 to go in this first half. With the ball, Brandon Graham. Out on top to Loeb. He hands it off to Glazer. Glazer to Watson, out high. Back to Glazer. Between the circles, back to Watson. Down high, but again, they go in the corner. Waiting for it, there's Eli Graham. Eli getting it to Brandon Graham. Graham in the paint. Out in the corner low for the three-pointer. It's off the iron. Tipped and brought down. Well, not really brought down by anybody. The foul was called, I believe, on Eli Graham. So Graham has 2 fouls. He's going to check out. Coming in the game will be Bryce Crammy. 21-14. Tigers getting some balanced scoring here. 4 from Pryor, 4 from Brody Ray, 6 from Gaps. Good to see that. Gaps thinking about another shot, doesn't take it. Now Ray gets a bit of a pick, takes it down, flips it up, but it will not fall. But he does draw the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Brody had a tough game against Licking. He got in foul trouble. I believe that foul's going to be on Keegan Glazer. Ray from the free throw line hits the free throw. Salem 1 of 1 in that first quarter. Same for Owensville. That one misses. Comes down in the hands of Brandon Graham. Giving it off to Loeb. Loeb flips it right side to Glazer. Glazer on top, Watson. Watson right at the top of the three-point line. Had that ball tipped as he gave it over to Glazer, and that's going to go over and back. That call on Owensville. Turnover number 6 for them. Ragsdale checks out, Pryor back in. State ball inbounded. with 2:43 to go in the half. Freshman team won earlier, 33-18. JV won, 50-22. Varsity's going to go for the sweep. Right now with the ball, Ray flipping it inside. Ball tipped up high in the air and kept alive. But going out of bounds with it was Sapon. It'll be a turnover for the Salem Tigers. They had the ball. Gavin just could not get control of that ball and stepped out of bounds when he tipped it back. With the ball right now, Glazer. Glazer out on top, Watson. Flipping it out in the corner. Waiting for it there is Cramming. They go back on top to Glazer. In the corner, Graham to Watson. Cramming now back to Watson. Watson trying to drive in, takes it to the hole. Shot way too hard. Kick back out to Loeb for the three. It's too short. Bringing that down for the Tigers. Gaps, and he comes the other way. Braden off to Thomas. Thomas with 1:55 to go. Out near center court, guarded by Cramming. Gets a pick from Sapal. Out to Pryor. Pryor starts his drive in, trying to fire it to Brody Ray. Fired it over his head. Good idea, but the pass by Luke Pryor needed to go to somebody about 6'10". Stevens will come in for Brody Ray. With 1:47 to go. 22-14, Salem on top. This is Owensville and Salem. Pass goes inside to Graham. Trying to kick it down low and trying to do a little baby hook, and missing that shot was Glazer, but he gets it again and misses that one. Brought down by Sapon, and the Tigers come back. Thomas back to Gaps. 1:24 to go. Back to Thomas. Guarded there by Glazer. Pass back to Gaps. Inside it goes to Pryor. Pryor spinning away, double team. Now spins about, had that ball knocked away. Stolen away by Owensville. They come back. Tigers their 5th turnover now. Here's Glazer over to Watson. Down to 1 minute to go in this, the first half. Here's Loeb to Watson, down low. And 3-second violation called on Owensville. Keegan Glazer caught inside that tan box they call the lane. Can't be in there more than 3 seconds, and he was. Here's Stevens with it on the pass from Thomas. Right in front of the Owensville bench. Stevens back to Thomas. Lincoln trying to drive, gets cut off. Gives it back to Gaps. He takes a long three. It's off the iron. No good, and then Sapal will go over the back of Loeb and pick up his 2nd foul. Dan and Barry getting ready to check in. He'll come in for Sapal with 33 seconds to go. Very fast-moving first half. Here is Watson with it. Back to Glazer. Right at the top of the key. Glazer bounce pass to Watson. Down low to Graham. Graham spinning, turning, kicking it out to Loeb. Loeb back over to Watson. Down low to Graham. Graham against Barry. Has that shot blocked there by Barry. Ball still loose on the floor. And it comes down in the hands of Thomas. 5 seconds left. Thomas stops beyond 3. He needs to do something with it. Pryor puts up a long 3. It's offline, no good. And the Tigers of Salem, after 1 quarter of play, or I should say 1 half of play, lead it by a score of 22-14 as they outscored Owensville in that 2nd quarter by a 10-4 score. We are at halftime. There'll be a little presentation here, I believe, by Salem Academy of Dance, and they're going to come back and when we after a break, and they're going to be putting on a little performance here for the Salem Tiger crowd here on this Friday night. Glad to have you aboard right here on KSMO Media, and we do appreciate all of the efforts that we have for all the great sports that we have, our cheerleaders, the dance teams, all of it. We do really appreciate everybody who participates and makes it all worthwhile. 22-14, we're at halftime. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media. Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Right now, K&H Auto Supply, get Griot's Garage Wash and Detail Kit, including 12 premium car care items. It's $49.99. Superstar 8-gauge 12-foot booster cables for $29.99. And Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner, buy one, get one free. Merry Christmas from your friends at K&H Auto Supply.
Park City. Yeah, Park City. Park City.
Welcome back to Salem High School Gymnasium. We are at halftime. We want to thank our great sponsors to make it possible for us to bring you Tiger activities on KSMO Media. And that includes Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center. Dr. Ashley Cunningham has a great staff down there. Whether you have livestock or pets, they can take care of you. 573-729-4031 or drop by 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. And New Life Auto at 583 Highway 68 in Salem. They can put new life into your vehicle. Give them a call, 573-453-2757. And your Salem License Office in the Crossroads Shopping Center. When you need to have your vehicle licensed or tagged, remember, you can get in touch with them at 573-729-8305 if you have questions, or go by 1104 South Main Street. Salem with a 22-14 lead. Not one timeout taken in that first half, which is very unusual. But both teams actually played a pretty solid first half. Salem with a 22-14 lead on the strength of some good balanced scoring by the Salem Tigers. Eli Graham doing most of the scoring for the Owensville Dutchmen. He has 9 of their 14 points. Jansen Loeb has 3, and Chase Crosby has 2. And besides that, nobody else on Owensville was able to dent the twine. For the Salem Tigers, Braden Gapsch had 6, 5 for Brody Ray and Luke Pryor, and then 2 points for Lincoln Thomas, 2 for Roy Stevens, and 2 for Gavin Sabal. Leading rebounder in the game is Eli Graham with 4 rebounds. Brandon Graham and Chase Crosby each have 3 for Owensville. For the Salem Tigers, Lincoln Thomas has 4, and then 2 each for Braden Gapsch and Luke Pryor and Gavin Sabal. Salem 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and the Owensville Dutchman 1 of 1 from the free throw stripe. Salem Tigers had 4 steals, 5 turnovers, 2 steals for Owensville, 7 turnovers in that first half. Owensville had the lead most of that first half. I should say the first quarter, and had a 12-10 lead. And the Salem Tigers were able to outscore Owensville in that second quarter 10-4. So not a lot of scoring in that second quarter whatsoever, but Owensville got out to that hot start. Tigers did take the lead near the end of the first quarter on the 3 by Gaps. Took a 12-10 lead, and they have not given it back since. So a very close game. Not real any problems for fouls either. We've got Eli Graham with 2 and Gavin Sapal with 2. Nobody else has more than 1 foul in that first half. Also, thanks to more of our great sponsors to help bring you Salem Tiger Sports, like Jet Tire and Auto, 800 South Park Street, 729-3650. Not only tires, but they do auto repair work, and they have custom wheels and so much more. Check them out online, jettiresandauto.com. And On the Spot Auto Glass. What you hear in the name is exactly what they do. They change out your auto glass on the spot. Check them out on Facebook or call 573-247-3608. On the Spot Auto Glass. Earlier tonight, the freshmen won their game with Owensville 33-18. And then the JV, just prior to the varsity matchup, won their contest by a score of 50-22. The JV now 3-0 on the year, while the varsity at 0-2, trying to get that first win here tonight. They lead at 22-14. Do want to tell you that tomorrow on KSMO, we do have Blues hockey. They'll be in Edmonton to take on the Oilers at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, 7:30 pregame show. That's right here on KSMO Media. Prior to that, we're going to be broadcasting the Salem Tiger Christmas Parade. It's the Parade of Lights, and that'll be downtown. We'll be set up around the library, and we'll be bringing that broadcast on KSMO Media only. So it'll be video streamed only, not on the radio, and that will be coming your way somewhere around 6:15 to 6:20. Whenever the parade gets to our destination, we'll begin our broadcast. Again, the parade will be starting at 6 o'clock from the basically Franklin and SBU campus area. And then they will be coming down Franklin to MacArthur, then down 4th Street. The same route, even though there is some construction work downtown, and the city and the chamber do ask you to be very careful down there. There is construction work, especially on that block between Highway 19 and Washington. So a little bit iffy in there. So you do want to be very, very careful. The parade will go through there, but that's not going to be an ideal place for you to set up. So please be very cautious if you do attend a parade. But if you can't make it, we'll have it on KSMO Media. 22-14, we're at halftime. We're going to come back in 2.5 minutes with a second half of play between Salem and Owensville right here on KSMO. Back in 2.5 minutes, it's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
I want to thank another one of our great sponsors, Legends Auto, for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers and our parade tomorrow. And, of course, 500 West Senecers Boulevard is where you'll find them, Legends Auto, where they can get your vehicle ready for the upcoming winter season. It'll be here before you know it. 573-729-2884. Start of the third quarter brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. If you have any insurance needs, auto, home, life, business, other insurance, umbrella coverage, maybe got a farm, maybe got a deer stand out there, or maybe a deer cabin more likely. You want to get insured, 573-729-4941 and 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, Farm Bureau Insurance. Don't forget our parade tomorrow. Again, we'll be underway somewhere around 6. It'll get started. It'll be on the air at about 6:15 to 6:20. And that is being brought to you by your friends at Titan Paving and Drainage. I want to thank Don Mutz and his entire family for supporting us and making that parade broadcast possible. Tigers inbounded, leading it by 8. And Lincoln Thomas has it. And a 3-second violation called on Gavin Sapaw. So the Tigers turn the ball over right away here to start this third quarter. Gavin kind of got planted there and didn't move his foot out of that lane and has to continue to move. Tigers will steal that ball away, and here they come. Here's Stevens down, lays it up and in. After the steal. Ball between the circles to Watson. Watson goes right side across there to Crosby. Getting it to Loeb now on the top of the key to Glazer. Glazer goes inside all alone, laying it up and in from the baseline was Eli Graham. He's got 11, the lead all scorers in this game. Here comes Lincoln Thomas, only got 2 points in this game. Lincoln struggles, gets in the corner, stops, gives it back to Pryor. Pryor takes it to the hole, skips it down low to Sapon, will not fall. And then a foul on Salem going over the back, I believe. I think it's going to be on Sapon or on Pryor. It's going to be on Pryor. Gavin just didn't have enough oomph to get over that rim. 24-16 our score. Just starting the third quarter of play. Crosby has it. Crosby goes down low and putting the shot blocked. Gets it back though. Puts it back up and in is Graham. 24-18. Here's Thomas for Salem. Thomas driving down. Stops. Trying to put the shot up. Does. He with a little baby hook and he gets it to go. It's an 8-point lead for Salem again. Crosby the other way. Out on top to Glazer. Getting it down low. Fadeaway jumper will not go. Ball brought down and controlled by Gapsch, his third rebound of the game. Gapsch into the offensive zone, goes on the baseline, stops outside to Pryor. Pryor to the hole, is fouled en route, and the foul is on the floor. And he kind of got a knee into the groin area, and he's a little slow in moving. trying to get around the Owensville player, Graham, who kind of stuck the leg out. That's not the ideal thing. Here's Thomas for a three, trying to bank it in, no good. Save ball to rebound, puts it off the glass. Count the basket, he draws the foul. Save ball brought down that rebound, turned around, used his leverage, was able to bank it home. And it's going to be on Glazier, the foul, and that's his second. Save ball's free throw will not go down, and it's controlled by Brandon Graham. Gives it across to Glazier. Glazier to Watson, out on top to Glazier. Back to Watson, goes in the corner. Three up and good by Chase Crosby. Their second three of the game. Not a lot of threes in this game. 2 for Salem, 2 for Owensville. Pass out to Stevens. Now to Gaps. Gaps trying to bank it in. It wouldn't go. And brought down by Crosby. Crosby quickly the other way down to Watson. A foul on the floor. Coming back with 5:27 to go, third quarter. And the foul's going to be called on Braden Gaps, and that'll be his first. Inbound. Comes to Glazier. Glazier stands out or gives it across now to Crosby. Chase Crosby stops beyond three. Goes in the corner. Getting it to Watson. Now back to Crosby. Back to Watson. Watson back inside to Crosby. Now trying to turn. Spins outside the lobe. To Watson in the corner. To Glazier. His three. No good. Brought down by Thomas. Thomas the other way. Salem up by 7. Thomas. Over to Brody Ray, who just came in the game moments ago for Stevens. Now on top of Sapal. Now to Thomas. Thomas trying to pass it across to Pryor. Had that ball kicked by Chase Crosby. And we'll inbound it right in front of the student section here at the Salem High School. Thomas on top to Gaps, back to Brody Ray, beyond three, giving it to Sapal on top of the key right side. There is Gaps, guarded their man-to-man coverage by Owensville all night long. Pass, giving it off to Thomas. Very tight man-to-man coverage, I might add. Giving it off to Ray. Brody, back on top to Pryor. He walked with it, no call, and the ball is going to be blocked out of bounds by Graham. And they're going to call a foul on Graham as well. Ooh, I didn't see the call till a moment ago. So Brandon Graham will have his second foul. Luke Pryor will go to the line to shoot 2. Said he made contact with his body. Free throw is good. (29-21). No, it's too short. Brought down by Watson underneath the basket. Watson comes the other way to Loeb, now over to Crosby. They go back inside, trying to turn and spin was Glazier. He couldn't get it to go, and then back to Crosby. His shot wouldn't go. Brought down and controlled by Graham. Ball goes inside. Crosby's jumper too short. Comes down the hands of Gaps. Gaps with his 4th rebound of the day. 29-21, Salem on top, 3:45 to go, third quarter. Gaps trying to go in the corner, gets cut off by Loeb. Now back to Pryor. Pryor starts in, back to Gaps. Gaps trying to drive in, and a foul's going to be called on Watson. Be the 4th team foul on Owensville. Should be Brady Watson's first foul. Dan Barry comes in the game. He'll come in for Sapal. So Watson with his first foul. Salem will be in the bonus, and almost went back court there was Thomas. Just didn't have control of the ball yet. That was very close. On top, here's Pryor. He'll put up a 3. It's off the iron, no good. And brought under control by Watson on the baseline. Long pass. Down and taken quickly, down nicely by Crosby. Out on top to 3 up and good by Watson. And it's a 29-21 game, 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go, third quarter. Thomas has it for Salem. Very low scoring game. Goes in the corner to Gaps. Down low to Dan and Barry is going to be fouled on the baseline by Loeb, I believe, and that will put Barry at the line to shoot two. That's the fifth team foul. And they're going to call a foul on Glazer. And that'll be his third foul. He's kind of their quarterback back there. So Barry will have two free throws, and he hits the first. (30-24) our score. Glazer's going to check out. Coming in the game is Caldwell. Next one by Barry, also good. 7-point lead for Salem. Caldwell will bring it up. 2:55 to go. Left here in this, the third quarter. Caldwell giving it off to Watson. Brady Watson just hit that first three, his first points of the night. Go back to Caldwell. Caldwell, right side pass tipped by Thomas, but Watson's still able to bring it under control. Pass goes inside to Graham. Well, back on top, it goes to Crosby for three. It will not go, but it's captured there by Loeb. Loeb back underneath. The shot up, missed, but a foul called on the Salem Tigers as Chase Crosby was able to get to the baseline, got position, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Luke Pryor now with 3 fouls. Sapal will be coming in the game, and the free throw is short. .225 to go. We're in the third quarter. Thank you for joining us on KSMO Media for Salem Tiger basketball against the Owensville Dutchmen. Second free throw will go down. Lead for Salem 6 right now with a 31-25 score. Thomas picked up there by Chase Crosby. Giving it off to Gaps. Now back to Brody Ray. Ray trying to circle down, taking it to the baseline, fires it out to Dan and Barry. On top to Thomas for 3. It's off the iron. No good. Brought down by Caldwell. Caldwell the other way. Gets away from Brody Ray. Now to Watson. Watson all the way in, trying to flip it up. It doesn't go, and Gaps brings it down. Gaps all the way down to Lincoln. Thomas, his layup missed, and it's brought down by Graham. Both teams missing a lot of shots here tonight. With the ball right now, Crosby goes inside. Loeb turnaround jumper is good, and it's a 4-point Salem Tiger lead. Salem's had some good chances, but they just missed them. Right now, Lincoln Thomas, with a minute 24 to go. Owensville trying to get alive on their bench. Here's Dan and Barry, puts up a 3, and it's no good. Brought down and controlled by Graham. Not probably the wisest shot. Back the other way, Watson kicks it outside to Chase, and Crosby hits. That's a 1-point game. His second 3, third 3 for Owensville here in this, the third quarter, where they've outscored Salem 16-9. Right now, Brody Ray, guarded there by Caldwell, takes a shot from the high post, kept alive by Sapal. And then a timeout is called by Coach Patterson. Timeout brought to you by your friends at American Family Insurance. Jonas Shaver, your local American Family Insurance agent. See him at 1104 South Main or call 729-5165. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
And want to thank
our friends at Discount Bins, located at 1201 East Scenic Groves Boulevard in Salem, for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Call them at 573-543-2113 if you're looking for some incredible Christmas gifts. Check out Discount Bins at 1201 Scenic Groves Boulevard East. Salem will inbound it from the baseline, up by 1, gets it to Gaps. Gaps stops outside, going to go inside to Sapal, gets it back, now the Gaps down to Thomas. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Thomas standing there, gets a little bit of pressure by Chase Crosby. Now to Gaps. Gaps over to Ray. 20 seconds left. Brody Ray starts his drive in. Stops, goes underneath to Dan, and Barry missed the shot. Barry trying to get that rebound. Can, but it comes to Sapal, and he scores. 33-30, with 5 seconds left. Pass comes across to Watson. Kicks it outside. The three up and no good by Chase Crosby. And we've played 3 quarters. 33-30, Salem on top. Back in a minute, it's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hubs Tire Center, Ozark Overhead Door, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Flying W Boutique, Salem License Bureau, and New Life Auto. Be sure to thank these sponsors for bringing you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back for the fourth quarter. Salem with a 33-30 lead. Close ball game. Salem being out rebounded 22-18 in this game by Owensville. And being out 3'd in this game, as Owensville had only 1 3 in that first half, but they got 3 in that third quarter. Salem Tigers have 2 in the first half. They got none in that third quarter, and that's what brought the game a little bit closer. So let's see what the strategies will be here in the fourth quarter. Salem up by 3, 33-30. It'll be Owensville ball to inbound to start quarter number 4. With the ball Loeb. Jansen Loeb. They go across, and here's Watson in the corner. Pulls up, goes back out on top to Crosby. To Graham, back to Crosby. Crosby all the way across the floor to Loeb, now to Caldwell. On the baseline to Brandon Graham, underneath to Caldwell, blocked there by Pryor. Beautiful block by Luke. As he went for the layup, here's Thomas the other way. Thomas starts to drive in, spins, turns from 7, the jumper's good. Lincoln now has 6, and the Tiger lead is 5. Caldwell over to Watson. Get it down to Crosby, now back down the baseline to Graham. Out to Watson from the free throw line. Turn, flips it back to Loeb. Back to Watson across Caldwell. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Watson now to Brandon Graham on the perimeter. Across it goes to Chase. And the jumper from the corner is no good by Crosby. Brought down and controlled by Stevens, and he gives it off to Gapsh. Gapsh hanging on to it. Across the floor to Thomas. 6:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Lincoln Thomas backs it out. Trying to drive in, has that ball tipped and stolen away, and then a foul on Stevens. So turnover number 2 of the second half. And the first steal by the Dutchman. 35-30 our score. Salem in a half-court defense. with the ball right now, Chase Crosby. Back in the game is Glazer. Glazer goes back to Crosby in the corner, baseline. Underneath, trying to turn and get the shot up was Graham. And Gaps had tied him up. No foul called. Didn't really block the shot, just kept him from being able to get the shot off. Here's Gaps in the offensive zone. To Stevens in the corner, going baseline. He's cut off by Loeb. And a foul on Loeb. Jansen Loeb. His second foul. I'm sorry, his first, excuse me. Sapol fires it on out to Thomas. Thomas between the circles. Draws a lot of attention. Takes the three and he hits. They didn't rush him at all. And he takes the three and extends the lead to 8. A timeout called by Coach Van Leer. A timeout brought to you by your friends at American Family Insurance. Remember, get the right coverage. Call Jonah 79-5165. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
I want to remind you that the beginning of the fourth quarter was brought to you by your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader's your agent. If you need a question or two answered, or you want to find out what life's little, obstacles can bring you, get in touch with Willie and let him tell you how you can be assured against those obstacles. 573-729-4941 or 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. 5:55 left to go on the inbound to Glazer by the Owensville Dutchman. Glazer has it back between the circles now to Watson. He's standing right there, goes left side to Loeb. Loeb getting away from Sapol, goes back to Watson, now across to number 15, Glazer. Back the other way, all the way across to Crosby. Back to Watson. Watson handing it off to Loeb. On top, Glazer trying to get that ball in. Tip stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Just their second steal. Back they come. Thomas, who has scored 5 points here in this fourth quarter. Stops, goes in the corner to Gaps for a three. It's off the iron, no good. Didn't follow up his shot. He might have had a rebound. Instead, it went to Watson. Watson with 5:10 remaining fourth quarter. Getting it across and waiting for it there is Glazer, and it goes off Glazer out of bounds as the Tiger player Thomas banked it off him. That turnover, the third by Owensville in the second half. Not a lot of turnovers or steals in this game. Both teams have been able to do a pretty good job of possessing the ball, but not a real good job of shooting the ball, I might say. But they have had their moments. Here's Thomas outside to Stevens. To Gaps, left side Pryor. Going baseline underneath the save. He scores! Nice pass by Pryor. Nice bounce pass, and all Gowan had to do was bank it home. Back the other way. Here is Glazer. They go across in the corner. Waiting for it there is Chase Crosby inside. And the shot up by Graham was blocked and a foul called on Salem. Graham will shoot two. That's Eli Graham. There is two on the team. The Dutchman only 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. And the foul called on Stevens, his second. Free throw is good. .432 left on the clock. Eli Graham's next one also good. He has 15 points on the night, leading everyone. Thomas over the timeline. Thomas guarded there by Kate Crosby, getting it to Stevens. Stevens into the paint, has that ball go through his hands and stolen away by Owensville. Tigers' third turnover. With the ball right now, it's Glazer. Out on top, Loeb. Down to 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Pass goes inside, underneath Glazer. Reverse, trying to do a little reverse flip. And he walked with the ball. He thinks he's shooting a free throw. Glazer walked with the ball, and he thought he was shooting a free throw. And Coach Van Leer's thinking, wait a minute, he was fouled. That's not the way the officials saw it. 40-32 our score. St. Paul will inbound it to Thomas. There's a little bit of forecourt pressure by Owensville. St. Paul trying to go through three guys. And a foul called, I believe, on Gavin St. Paul. Gavin would not relinquish the ball, turns it over a different way on the charge. He's got his third foul. That gives the ball back over to Owensville, and that's Salem Tigers' fourth turnover of this second half. 3:50 to go. With the ball, Glazer. 8 points. Salem Tiger lead 40-32. Pass across to Watson. Watson goes down low, and foul going to be called on Graham after the steal. Underneath by Ragsdale. So again, the steal by the Salem Tigers. And then the foul. Ragsdale getting across to Gaps. Gaps pass, tipped by Crosby. He knows better. That's a cross-court pass, and you know Owensville waiting for that. And a coach, Patterson, sees that, calls timeout. 3:36 to go. This timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance. Jonas Schaefer, your local agent. If you have a new driver in the family, make sure he knows. Call him at 729-5165. We'll come back in 30 seconds. It's Tiger basketball. They lead Owensville 40-32. Back in 30, Tiger basketball, KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
I want to thank our great sponsors, the Hot Spot Tanning and Tux's, 1114 South Main Street. They have 24-hour tanning available, and they have red light therapy too. Plus, if you have a special occasion coming up, guys, get your tuxes at the Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxes. Call for more information, 573-729-8699. 40-32, Salem on top. 3:36 remains in regulation time. Salem had a 33-30 lead after 3 quarters of play, and they've hit a couple, well, they've actually hit 7 points here in the fourth quarter, and kept Owensville to just 2. Here's Lincoln Thomas. He has it. Thomas trying to drive in. Lost the ball, but it comes in the hands of St. Paul. Back to Gapsh. Gapsh guarded there by Watson. Gapsh drives through. Watson will reach in and grab him and foul him. For Watson, that'll be his second foul. 3:13 to go. Neither team ready to shoot bonus shots yet. Salem has 3 team fouls. Owensville 2. Remember, now it's 5 a quarter. Inbounding it is Gaps to Brody Ray. Bray in the offensive zone. Took a few seconds for that clock to get started. Ball tipped there. It comes back to Ray, and then he is bumped. But they're going to say it went off Ray last. Thought Crosby might have bumped him and forced that ball out of bounds. Down to 3 minutes left. Here's Watson. In the corner to Crosby. Back to Watson. Out on top. They get it to Glazer. Down low. It's Graham. Graham trying to spin away from double team. Goes on top to Glazer. Back to Graham in the paint. Outside the Loeb for a 3. Trying to bank it in. No good. Ball goes in the corner and it goes out of bounds off of Loeb. And it'll be Salem Tiger ball. Ragsdale ran over there as hard as he could, got between two Dutchmen to make sure they didn't get the ball, and the ball went off of low blast. Full court pressure now by Owensville. The pass comes across to Thomas. 2:39 remains, fourth quarter. Ray back over to Lincoln Thomas. Thomas has to get over that timeline and does. And then a timeout called by Coach Patterson as Ray was kind of in his way. And he almost had to pick it up and almost traveled. 40-32. Timeout brought to you by your friends at American Family Insurance. Jonas Schaefer, your agent. If you have a chance to check out your home insurance, make sure you got the proper coverage. Call Jonah if you're not sure. 729-5165. 40-32 Salem. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
I want to thank Technology Junkyard for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. Repair service for your TV to computer. They can recycle and repurpose different electronics. Call 573-453-0418. Technology Junkyard, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Now don't forget, at the end of the game, we bring you our post-game show brought to you by United Country Salem Realty with stats from this contest. Salem leads at 40-32. They will inbound it. Dutchmen have been trying their full court pressure. It's been a very low scoring fourth quarter so far. Caps to inbound it, gets it to Brody Ray. Brody Ray in his own zone, trying to get over the timeline. He does. Trying to drive in and kicks it outside. Foul called on number 15, Keegan Glazer. That'll be number 4 on Keegan. And the third the fourth on the Dutchman. Salem will now be in the bonus should Owensville foul again. The inbound comes to Ray. Fires it all the way out to Thomas, but he went back court. And that'll give the ball over to Owensville. Thomas couldn't stay on his side of center, but did not want to give that ball up to Owensville deep. (40-32), 2:21 to go. A lot of time left to go in this one. Ball goes back to Glazer, now to Watson. Watson goes outside, getting it there to Crosby. Back to Watson. Watson over to Loeb in the corner. Loeb and Chuck had Pryor all over him. Now on top to Glazer. Glazer back to Watson. Watson to the paint, trying to flip it outside. Does the three-pointer up and off the rim. No good, and brought down by Sapaw. And then Sapaw hands that off to Gaps. Gaps trying to get out of his own zone. Between three Dutchmen. Trying to fire it down in between. And a kick ball called on Owensville. Gaps was trying to pass it through. Owensville kicked it with 1:47 to go. Coach Van Leer can't believe it. Grabbing his head, he goes, seriously. Sapaw to inbound it. Kicks it out in the corner to Thomas. Lincoln out on top to Gaps with 1:42 to add start the clock again. Very bad clock management by a home team when your team's winning. They've not started that clock on time a couple of times here tonight. Now here's Brody Ray trying to get away from Crosby. Hands it off to Gaps. Gaps gets by three to Dutchman to Sapaw, and he scores. A 10-point lead for Salem. I don't know how Gaps got between three guys, but he did. Now in the corner, here's Loeb trying to dance in. Out on top, it goes to Crosby for a three. It rimmed out, no good, and Pryor brings down the rebound. Giving it off to Thomas. Thomas across to Ray. Ray all the way down. Puts up the shot. It will not go. Sapaw with a rebound, putting it back up. He's fouled from behind. Sapaw with 10 points. Will go to the line to shoot two. And that one is on Eli Graham, his fifth foul. and he will foul out with 15 points in this game and 5 rebounds. (42-32), Salem on top, under a minute to go. Even with 2 free throws, it's still a 4-possession game. And Sapah hits the first. First free throws for Salem in this fourth quarter. They've had 4 in the third. Sapah misses that one. Brought down by Watson. Watson all the way down underneath to Graham. A shot blocked away by Pryor, but a foul's going to be called on Salem with 49 seconds to go. And it will be a shooting foul. Luke Pryor with foul number 4. Eli Graham, or I should say Brandon Graham to the line. Missed that one. That one also misses, and Sabah brings down the rebound. Over to Thomas, over to Gaps. Gaps trying to stop, pulls back, goes back to Thomas. Thomas with 40 seconds left and a timeout called by Coach Patterson. With 38 seconds to go. Timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance. Jonas Schaefer is your agent. And if you have new additions to your family, get in touch with them at 729-5165 to make sure they're covered. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. Salem leads at 43-32. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Salem, Missouri, where the charm of the past meets the beauty of the Ozarks. At United Country Real Estate, we're proud to serve the heart of southern Missouri, connecting buyers and sellers across Dent, Phelps, Texas, and surrounding counties. Whether you're looking for a country home, historic property, or recreational land, our local experts live the lifestyle they sell. Contact us today at 573-729-3148 and discover the perfect place to live, work, and play with United Country Real Estate in Salem, Missouri.
Don't forget, we'll be covering the Salem Chamber of Commerce and City of Salem Parade of Lights tomorrow. It gets underway at 6 o'clock. Our broadcast on KSMO Media, it'll be video streamed only, will begin somewhere around 6:15 to 6:20. And we hope, if you can't make it to the parade to watch it in person, that you catch it on KSMO Media. Our next broadcast for Salem Tiger basketball will be next Tuesday when the Tigers host Waynesville. We'll have it right here on KSMO AM 1340 and FM 95.7, the varsity match only. And we'll also video stream it at KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, KSMO YouTube. Tomorrow night we also have Blues hockey. It'll be in Edmonton taking the Oilers. They've won 4 in a row on the road. And that game will get underway at 7:30. And then we'll also have Missouri Tiger basketball Sunday when they take on the Kansas Jayhawks. 11:30 pregame show on KSMO Radio. So on the inbound, Watson fouls, and that'll put at the line Luke Pryor, who's got 6 points in the game. He will shoot 2. He's 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. Make it 3 of 4. With another one still to come. This one will put the game out of reach if he can hit it, and he does. And the Salem Tigers will get their first win of the year against the Dutchmen of Owensville. 30 seconds to go as kicking it back as Crosby, a 3 put up, no good by Watson, put back up there by Glazer. It will not go, and then a foul called, I believe, on Crosby. Just 2 points for Owensville in the fourth quarter with just 24 seconds left. And Sapah will go to the line to shoot more free throws. He's 1 for 2 in this fourth quarter. And he's already got 11 points. Still there as he missed that one. Next one is also no good. Brought down and controlled by Watson. Watson the other way, all the way down, kicks it outside to Crosby for the 3. It won't go. Thomas has that rebound, and he'll be fouled with 15 seconds left. The Tigers getting some consolation free throws here at the end of the game. Thomas with the free throw. It's good. "15 seconds remains. Salem will go to 1-2 on the season as Thomas hits them both. Nowhere near his normal double figures, but he's having a good game, getting 11 points. The Tigers get the rebound from Sapon to miss three. Take it down underneath the basket, and Gaps will just walk it up, and the Tigers will win it by a final score of 47-32 over the Owensville Dutchmen, giving the Dutchmen only 2 points in that fourth quarter and outscoring them by a score of 14-2. The Salem Tigers go to 1-2 on the season. And again, as we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, a very important game for Salem because this is a district contest or district opponent. And when we go to face them in district play, always good to have that win under your belt. Last year it worked against Salem, and this year it hopefully can work for them in the long run. Salem Tigers win it 47-32 against the Owensville Dutchmen. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back with stats from this one and the United Country Salem Realty postgame show. That's coming up right after this 3-minute break. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins gets truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day. Your World Today, the only daily news flyer in Dent County, available in over 40 locations in Salem and Bunker, as well as online at ksmoradio.com. Be sure to thank these sponsors for bringing you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Moe's Cleaning Service, LLC, the only cleaning service you'll ever need. Give them a call at 573-201-0430 and get Moe for your money.
Be honest with you. So as the Tigers take on the Owensville Dutchmen this year, they come out with that first win. They go into the game next Tuesday against Owensville, and they got St. James and then Camdenton still all before Christmas. And good to get that first win underneath your belt. And tonight a good solid effort with different players getting on the scoreboard for the Salem Tigers, and that's very important just to get some more balanced scoring. As taking a look at Owensville, they had only 4 guys get on the board total in their lineup. And if you only got 4 guys scoring, as we saw with Salem Tigers when they struggled, even though you might have some guys getting 20 points, if you only got 4 guys or 2 guys scoring or whatever it might be, you're going to be in a heap load of trouble because you got to balance that scoring out somewhere. And tonight, it just didn't happen for Owensville. They only had 4 guys score, 2 guys actually with some multiple points, including Chase Crosby, and also for them, Eli Graham, who had 15 points to lead them in scoring. But besides those 2 guys, they only had 32 points. You don't have much left. So not a good night for Owensville tonight as far as shooting was concerned, and also getting a good amount of balanced scoring in their lineup. For the Salem Tigers, though, as I mentioned, 7, no big scores tonight, but we had a couple of guys, Lincoln Thomas and Gavin Sapaw, each with 11 points in our United Country Salem Realty postgame show. But he was followed up by Luke Pryor with 8, 6 points for Braden Gaps, 5 for Brody Ray, 4 for Roy Stevens, a couple for Dan and Barry in there, and that's all key. Salem 10 of 15 from the free throw line, and that also kind of key in the game. Salem had not been getting the free throw line that much in the previous 2 games. 4 of 7 from the stripe were Owensville. As I mentioned, Graham with 15 points. Chase Crosby had 9. Jansen Loeb had 5, and then 3 for Brady Watson. That was on 1 shot. Leading rebounder for the Salem Tigers, Gavin Sapaw with 7. Lincoln Thomas had 6, 5 for Braden Gaps, 3 for Luke Pryor, 2 for Roy Stevens, and then 1 for Hayden Ragsdale in the contest for the Salem Tigers. Leading rebounder for the Dutchman was Brandon Graham, who did not have a point, but he had 7 rebounds. 6 for Brody Watson in the game, 4 for Chase Crosby, and 2 for Glazier, and 2 for Noah Caldwell, who also did not score in the game, and then 5 for Eli Graham and 1 for Jansen Loeb. As we mentioned, Tigers getting that balanced scoring really helped them tonight in getting that first win of the year, 47-32. And it was a sweep for the Salem Tigers as the freshmen won 33-18. JV won 50-22, and then the varsity wins 47-32. Steals, Salem Tigers outstole the Owensville Dutchmen 9-5, and turnovers, Salem Tigers only had 8 turnovers in the contest to 12 for the Dutchmen. So there you go. You kind of look at the good side of that. Getting always, if you can get less turnovers and steals, more than likely you're going to win. Nobody fouled out for the Salem Tigers. Eli Graham did foul out with 1:12 left for the Owensville Dutchmen, and he was their leading scorer with 15 points. So Salem goes on to get their first win of the year. They're 1-2 on the season as they beat Owensville 47-32. Now our next game will be Tuesday night when we bring you Salem Tigers, Waynesville Tigers. That game will be a Tuesday night game here at Salem. JV at 6, varsity matchup to follow right here on KSMO. We'll have that varsity contest on KSMO AM 1340, FM 95.7, and we'll be streaming it on KSMO Radio, KSMO YouTube, KSMO Facebook, and our KSMO Twitch, KSMORadio.com account. Don't forget the parade tomorrow, 6 o'clock start time, 6:20 or so our broadcast time, only streaming video on KSMO Media. Your parade tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, Blues hockey on KSMO AM 1340, FM 95.7. It'll be in Edmonton. 7:30 pregame, 8 o'clock game time. And then on Sunday in the morning, going into the afternoon, the Missouri Tigers and Kansas Jayhawks will battle it out. And that game can be heard on KSMO AM 1340 and 95.7. For Ben doing the video work, for Sally back at the station doing the audio side, my name is Stan Stevens. We thank you for joining us for Tiger basketball. The Salem Tigers get their first win of the year and beat Owensville by a score of 47-32. Have yourselves a great evening. Good night from the high school gymnasium.
Thank you for watching this KSMO media broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. This game was brought to you by Town and Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Your World Today, Town Screen, New Life Auto, Salem License Bureau, Legends Automotive, Moe's Cleaning Service, LLC, On the Spot Auto Glass, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, American Family Insurance, United Country Real Estate, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, Ozark Overhead Door, Hub's Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, and Discount Bins. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events right here on KSMO Media.